Alright YouTube, what is going on guys? David Hammond, Beautiful Mother Nature, and in today's tutorial we are speaking of landscapes or lack thereof. Really just places that aren't the most aesthetic, and how you don't really need a super beautiful place. Like, you don't need to be in California, Yosemite, or Alberta to take these photos, to take these landscape shots, these adventure shots. You can literally be pretty much for the most part wherever. You know, you can be in your little home trail, you can be in your backyard. Like, it's not so much where you are, it's what you do with that place. It's how you make that place appear in the photo, okay? So I want to give 3 tips on what I do to make these places more aesthetic, or to take, you know, pretty bomb photos in these areas, and hopefully, you know, and teach you guys, alright? So, as a bit of context, I shot in this Rouge Valley in one little area that I'm at every single day taking Kuro, and with Adri, and the photos were pretty bomb. Like, I'm actually pretty impressed with them. I'm actually really impressed with them. I'll put them up on screen, so let's get straight to this. The first tip, guys, is to choose great weather and lighting. That is number 1, that is your foundation. That is gonna make any bad place look great, or it can do the opposite. It can make any great place look bad based on the weather and the lighting, okay? So what I did with Adri is we went when it was ideal. It was overcast, okay? So the light was very diffused, okay? It was semi-overcast. 2, it just rained, so everything kind of had like a glossy 3D crisp sharp effect. That was the second thing. 3, it was golden hour, so the sun was low at a point where we were getting some golden rays, we were getting some nice warm light on her. So the weather and the lighting was ideal, okay? Which is gonna make your photos amazing. Ideal weather can be whatever that means to you. If you want it to be a bright, sunny photo, shoot midday. If you want it to be a darker, moodier image, shoot when it's overcast. Shoot at blue hour. Shoot, you know, when it's darker. Choose good weather and lighting. That is number 1. Alright, the second tip, guys, is if you can, shoot with a subject, shoot with a model, okay? This will make these photos so much easier, because if you think about it, if you don't have a model, you're pretty much just relying on the landscape, which can be tough if you're not in the most aesthetic places. But if you guys do have a model, you can draw all the attention to her, which is going to take the eyes off the landscape and more onto her, while still utilizing the landscape. This is a technique I do all the time, so if I'm not in the most beautiful place, I'll try to have a model or someone that I can use to draw your eyes towards there, so you're not subconsciously relying solely on the landscape itself, okay? So as I put up photos, you can see Adri is in pretty much all of them, or Kira, okay? The third tip, guys, is to rely on composition, to use composition, because you can do this anywhere. You can be in an ugly place and do this. What I mean by this is get creative, dude, okay? You have to make this photo, you have to improve this photo in somehow, because the landscape's not the best. You gotta compensate in somehow. So we have good weather, good lighting, we got a model, we have good composition, so I may be shooting through leaves by adding depth. I may be having leading lines with trails or like little, you know, watermarks that are leading your eyes to her. I may be putting the sunlight in a rule of thirds pocket, and then the model in a different one. Like, it's using all these different photo techniques to really beef up that photo. So, coming full circle, the landscape is not amazing. It's really not. But you're using all of these little tricks or hacks in your photo to make that place look great, okay? This is really what I want to convey here, because as a photographer, you're not always going to be in the most aesthetic places, and you really can't or should not rely on only shooting your photos in the most aesthetic places. A great photographer, look at the pros, man. You should be able to shoot photos anywhere for the most part. Like, you have, photography and videography is kind of like, it's all like deceiving. It's, the art of it is to make, not the whole art, but like, you should be able to make ugly places look good, look great. That's really a talent and a skill you need to develop, and through these 3 tips, I guarantee you it can help you a lot more. I'm not saying these are the only 3 tips, but you use these, man, really practice, you can make a backyard, like, you can make stuff look great, man. It's, you know, it really doesn't matter what it is. Alright, so those are the 3 tips, guys. I hope you guys dig this video. I hope it helped. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are new here, my name's David. I do videos all on outdoor photography, videography, and my lifestyle. So I'll see you guys in the next one, right? Thanks again. Appreciate you all. Much love. Peace.